Hey, what is going on, gamers? This is Dr. Redstone signing in to another episode over here on the channel. In this episode, we're going to be going over Delirium Contention, this last weekend's Guild War. And I want to give a huge shout out to absolutely everybody in the BOP family over on the Android European server, as well as Loke City, of course, over on the Android Global. So without further ado, let's jump in these leaderboards. Alrighty, gamers, and jumping on into this one, of course, you guys know we're going to be jumping on over here to the iOS global servers. Now, they definitely did not have a typical war weekend, as normally they are pushing over 100 million points on this one, so it's good to see these guys down at a normal level. I want to give a huge shout out to Touch Legacy for coming in that numero uno spot with 62 million points. Big shout out to Ronald and all those guys over there. We got Pranksters Gang coming at that number 2 spot with 41 million points. Big shout out to Joanna and absolutely everybody over there. We got Battalion Playground coming at that number 3 spot. It is cool to see those guys in the number 2 and the number 3 spot. We got Loki NBK coming at that number 4. Keepers of Time, big shout out to KOT over there. We got Wit Family at number 6. Cobras Martial Arts at 7. Kings Mercs for Hire at number 8. And rounding out the top 10, we got Drac Ops and Reigning Immortals coming in at that number 10 spot. Crystal Vanguard coming at the number 11, Rom at 12, Wandering Souls at 13, NXG at 14, and Disc Jockeys rounding out the top 15. Now, you guys know we are on the global server, so we do got to go over the top 20 as those guys go ahead and get the armors. We got Ruthless Battalion coming in at number 16, Prankster Squad, big shout out to everybody over there. Knowledge Before Action at 18, Pranksters at 19, and Fury of Ares rounding out the top 20 over here for global iOS. Jumping on over here into the European server, we have the Church. I want to give a big shout out to these guys coming in the number 1 spot over here, iOS European servers, with 24 million points. Absolutely phenomenal. We got Heavy Rain coming at the number 2 spot, the First Order coming in number 3 spot, and Death Squad coming in at number 4. Now, there's no Memory and Thought nor Barbarians, as they normally take the Guild Wars off. Exactly, I'm not sure how that one works, but definitely surprised to see some of these new up and coming guilds. We got Chemical Warfare at number 5, Two Less Twos coming in at number 6, Phoenix Unleashed at number 7, The Undertakers at 8, and Haltiner coming in at number 9, and Revolution rounding out the top 10. Let me know exactly where you guys finished down in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys ended and grabbed the armor. Definitely let me know. Deutsch Helden 1 coming in at number 11. Nature's Dutch at number 12. We got Black Wolves coming in at number 13 spot. Elite H2SO4 and Hatchland Fun rounding out the top 15. Honorable mentions, we got Kings Amity. Now, saving the best for last, we're going to jump on over here to the Android global servers. Big shout out to Loke City. Let's go and jump into these ones. You guys can see hashtag Sawbrox. Big shout out to those guys. Former guild that we ran with a while back. Big shout out to them with 43 million points. Definitely a little bit closer to that iOS global server. Only about 20 million off. We got 6 Guns coming at the number 2 spot. Bunny Rabbits at number 3. And Loke City. Big shout out to all the homies and homettes over there. Definitely a phenomenal weekend. Now we got Girls Power rounding out the top 5. Crazy 88 Yakuza, The Unseen Force, Brotherhood for Life, Supernatural, Loke City, Numero Dos. Big shout out to those guys finishing over here with the top 10. So big shout out to all those guys over there. We got Sons of Brotherhood coming at number 11, God of Wrath at 12, For Fun at 13, Killers Elite LD, and Shadows of Flame rounding out the top 15. Of course, top 20 went ahead and grabbed this armor. So let's go ahead and finish this thing out. So we got NB big shout out to No Battle No Victory, World End is Near, Code of Honored, NB Violence. I didn't know that they got too many guilds. We got Crazy 88s Rounding out the top 20 over here on the Android global servers, like I said, big shout out to Loke City, absolutely phenomenal, coming in at that number 4 spot. And like I said, iOS global servers, 43 million points compared to that, what, 63 million points of iOS global. I'll take it. Last but most certainly not least on this one, big shout out to the BOP family. That's right, you guys can see there, Read It and Weep taking in that numero uno spot over here on the Android European server. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. I just want to say a huge thank you to absolutely everybody involved in this run. Was absolutely phenomenal. We got La Fenice coming at that number 2 spot with 18 million points. Definitely was somewhat close, quite a bit through as we continued to pull ahead for most of the weekend. So big shout out to those guys. We got Chaos Puppies at number 3, Semper Fidelis at number 4, and Noobish coming in that number 5 spot. Jumping on down here, we got Ascos at number 6. Definitely a little bit of drama, quite a bit with those guys. We got White Wolves at number 7, the Dutch Guild at number 8, Freeze at 9, and the Stitch Legion coming at that number 10 spot. Over here we got Happy Magic Guild at 11, Puppet Masters, big shout out to those guys coming at that number 12 spot. Met by Moonlight, big shout out to those guys. Final Fantasy at 14, and Eternal coming at that number 15 spot. So big shout out to Puppet Masters, definitely showing up on that one. I think that is exactly where we're calling home, so we're gonna see exactly where we end after this Blitz raid, but I think we've got a new home. Stay tuned for that video. Such a phenomenal weekend all the way through. Big shout out to the BOP family coming at that number 1 spot. Definitely was a fun weekend all the way around, and of course always good, always fun smashing over in Loke City. You guys know exactly how we do over there. So phenomenal weekend. The one thing I definitely got to say is if we take the number 1 spot in Android global, the number 1 spot in Android European server, and we combine those guys, hey, we beat iOS global with those ones. So I'll definitely take those numbers, because usually even with both of our scores, we're not even close. If you guys enjoy the video, please make sure to smash that like button. Definitely helps me out more than you know. If you have had any questions or suggestions for future videos, make sure to put those ones down in the comment section below. And as always, this is Dr. Redstone signing out. Thanks, YouTube.